Dave. Thank you. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You look at Utah, advantage in one series. And, of course, there's the Pelicans. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And seeing where Utah is, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
Resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, inside we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. And for New Orleans, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Favors in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now here is Holiday. Passes it to Williamson. Over Mitchell. And it's Williamson missing. And it's Utah's ball. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Gotta respect how quickly Ball gets to the rack. I mean, if you give him the lane to the rim, he is going to exploit it quickly.
The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Yeah, nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
Yeah, how about the concentration from Ball? Not allowing himself to be denied. Really got to wrap him up on these shots to prevent the bucket.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain. He can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball, traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
Donovan Mitchell has got the size and the skill to score over the bigs on the interior. That's easy work for this young man.
Now, here's Ball. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Kings in Sacramento. Favors surveying the floor. Clock at 6. The 3. The Pelicans get another chance here.
Screen, screen, screen.
Ingram against O'Neal. And it's Ingram missing. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Down low, Ingles. And that one falls coming off Conley's feed. Conley's got 3 assists in the game. Ball, the pass to Holiday. Now, Williamson. Over Ingles. And that one's good, Williamson.
And he's far from just a dunker. Zion is also capable of hurting you from outside.
At the elbow, it's Gobert. Dishes it to Mitchell. And the rejection by Favors. Conley against Ingram. Lays it up and banks it in.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
Now here's Gobert. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Oklahoma City. Here's Mitchell. Banked in off the glass. Mitchell's got his second basket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well. Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Conley kicks to Gobert. Conley surveying the D. Ingles in the corner, unloads. That one's good from the corner.
Well, I'll tell you, if you play off Joe Ingles, he is going to make the catch-and-shoot jump shot. You better be there on the catch.
The pass to Ingram. Now Williamson. Pass to Holiday. Over Ingles. That one wide left. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 1. There's the dish to Mitchell. They get it again.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That's his first foul. Now here's Williamson. He's guarded closely. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
And Doris, Rudy Gobert has come a long way as a finisher.
No doubt, Kevin. He has led the league in field goal percentage, and they have worked so hard to get his balance and strength correct. This guy is becoming more and more dangerous as a scorer.
And he makes the first. Doris, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit, up in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era?
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. Could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. And Holiday throws it down.
And how about the huge wingspan of Ingram, really causing the opposition a number of problems.
Ball against Conley. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to O'Neal. Fires from the wing. And that one falls coming off Conley's feed. Conley's got assist number 5 here tonight. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Now here's Williamson. 23 points for him the last game against the Kings in Sacramento. To the inside. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 7 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Ball against Conley. Knocks it loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Ingles. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's averaging 8 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Now, here's Clarkson. 9 points last game out. Shot clock at 5. Here's Conley. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant right before the draft that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
2-2.
Free throw good, Conley.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
For the Jazz, Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles, and it's George Niang in for Mitchell. And so Mike Conley nails both of them.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
And here is Conley after J.J. Redick hitting the three. Unloads from 13. The offensive rebound. That one falls. Gobert's got 5 points so far.
I love it when Rudy Gobert crashes the offensive glass, uses those long arms to great advantage.
Ball against Conley. Ball with it. 7 points in the game. Over Davis. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 9 points for Lonzo Ball. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
Jackson, he's checked in for New Orleans. And a switcher also for Utah. Moodier is checked in. Niang passes to Davis.
Stay on him. I see him.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Utah needs to get off a shot here. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Pelicans leading by 5. Here's Hart. Off target from outside. And so it's Moody with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. Niang picks to Moody. Clarkson taking his time here. Pass to Niang. Deflects the pass. Gobert. The shot, no good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Clarkson against Redick. Outside, Davis. Back to Clarkson. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Melly with the rebound. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Jackson misses.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Here's Niang. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Davis. Rebounded by Hart. New Orleans leading by 5. Outside, Redick. Over Moodier. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Utah has gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Niang passes to Moodier.
No shot.
And here's Gobert. He's got 5. Just 5 on the clock. He dishes it to Moodier. It's deflected. Now Jackson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Hart. Redick surveying the D. Shoots it. And he knocks down the jumper. Redick's got 5. Jazz trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the pass to Clarkson. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Pelicans making a change here. Okafor's checked in. .125 left to play in the first. Right side Davis. 4 on the shot clock. To the paint, here's Clarkson. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Well, every year the feel of Jordan Clarkson gets better and better. Nice bailout there.
59 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Redick. Nice spin off the left rim and in. He's got 7.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Clarkson kicks to Gobert. And stolen by Redick. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Out to the wing. Here's Hart. Sinks the three-pointer. And it's a 10-point Pelican lead.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Moodier against Jackson. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Gobert, the pass to Moodier. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Clarkson. The three-pointer is right on target. Clarkson's got 5 points so far.
Well, the one thing about Clarkson, a little bit inconsistent from deep, so that's a welcome sight for his team.
Redick from deep three-point land, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's New Orleans heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back right after this. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA. He talked about that journey.
The ups and downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able to be consistent enough to be considered a top guard in the league and making myself work that much harder to get my game to a level where I feel that I can compete against anybody in the league. And that's what I'm most proud of, is just being able to withstand that.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for New Orleans right now, he's out there with Jahlil Okafor. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Jackson, and it's Hart in at the small forward position. And he comes up with the deuce. Clarkson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, you've got to be able to be locked and loaded when an opportunity comes to make a shot. And Jordan Clarkson, yeah, he's pretty good at that.
Here's Hart. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Or sometimes what was once considered a negative becomes a positive. For example, tweeners are now looked at as very valuable assets and very versatile assets.
Yeah, Kev, no doubt. Think about how much the game has changed for players like Draymond Green, who was so integral to the success of the Golden State Warriors. Here is a young guy who was considered at one point coming out of college for the power forward and center spot, too small to play the position. But as the NBA has downsized, as it's gotten smaller and faster, Draymond Green can be as important as any other player on a roster.
O'Neal. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Okafor. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass, earning an additional opportunity.
Clarkson picks to Moodier. And although the team didn't have much success last year, Emmanuel Moodier certainly got his career back, I thought, Doris, in the right direction.
Well, I think for Emmanuel, he had an opportunity for minutes, and he played as he needed to in order to show that he is a capable player going forward. The tools, I think, have always been there for the former number 7 pick. It's about starting to put it together consistently.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
The free throw good from Moody.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And it's Drew Holiday in for Jackson. He hits both from the stripe.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moodier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Outside, Redick. Williamson, the pass to Okafor. Here's Mitchell. Ingles in the corner. Fires the three. The Jazz with another miss.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
What amazes me about watching Williamson, his lift into the air, it's so effortless.
And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Doris, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. The draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical.
And the three ball is good. That's 7 points for Donovan Mitchell.
I'll tell you cannot fault the defensive effort. Donovan Mitchell is just so good at keeping his concentration through a great contest.
It's stolen by Davis, and the Jazz pushing it up now. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Pelicans leading by 3. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Out to the right wing. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. Knocks down the three ball. Williamson's got 5 points in the quarter. Mitchell dishes to Moody. With the teardrop, the putback. Okafor grabs the miss. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building, and they were able to win it for the home fans.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
I think sometimes the bench can make or break you in a particular game, and that was a total team effort, no question.
Now, Moodier following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. Moodier and Okafor with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okafor. Ball's checked in for J.J. Redick. Michael Conley, he's checked in for Utah.
Hey, yo, watch Conley. D up on Conley.
Now off the inbound. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Jazz have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Two.
The first free throw is good. Doris, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, and now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person, even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA? Or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. To the middle. And the dunk by Williamson.
And Ball sets up his teammates, and when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Here's Mitchell. 9 points in the game so far. Lets it go from 11. That one misses.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Ingram outside. He kicks it to Ball. Stolen by Mitchell. Feeds to Davis. And it's blocked.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful. When you aren't, he's going to stifle you on the offensive end.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Hey, yo, right there.
On the wing, Mitchell. On the wing, Ingles. 20 points for him last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Inside to end the run. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Favors got 6 rebounds in the game. Ingram passes to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. And one of the best defensive big men in the league, Derek Favors.
You're right, Kevin, because he's got the body to play bully ball, but the lateral quickness to deal with smaller players. When this guy gets down in his stance, he can cover some ground defensively.
New Orleans making a switch here. And let's use this break to bring up the top scoring teams in the league so far this season. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Fifth on the list, the Pelicans.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Mitchell kicks to Conley.
Hey, yo, right here.
Back to Mitchell. To end the drought, and the rejection by Favors.
Derek Favors using that long frame to send that back twice on the pipes, Kevin.
Ball against Conley. Ball no good. Jazz trail by 13. Conley up top, guarded by Holiday. Mitchell passes to Davis. Dishes to Conley. 5 to shoot. Jazz passing it around. Excellent D there from Holiday. Pelicans leading by 13. Ball, the pass to Holiday. Over Conley. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
And taking a look now at stats for Brandon Ingram. Some good contributions, really, since the All-Star break. He's putting up about 21 points per, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he brings it for them every game on the offensive end.
Well, I think you can tell he relishes this role, being the catalyst on the offensive end, night in and night out.
Taken away by Holiday. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Ingram's running, and Ball slams it in.
And Ball is certainly capable of throwing it down thanks to his size. I mean, easily lifting off the ground and just finishing that one with authority.
Now, here's Ingles. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Over Holiday. Offensive rebound. And it's Davis with the jam.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Ingram busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Ingram's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over, so you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
One of the most voracious rebounders per minute in the NBA, Ed Davis out of North Carolina. Terrific player.
He is, Kevin. He put in a ton of time in the weight room. His Portland teammates actually used to tease him and call him Shirt Off Ed. He has bulked up and likes to throw his weight around inside now.
Two.
That free throw, no good. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
And he sinks the second. New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Now here's Gobert. 5 points in the game. 6 to shoot. Niang kicks to Clarkson. Over Jackson. The shot by Clarkson, no good. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
The Pelicans have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
One shot.
And Jackson no good on that one.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 9. Pass to Niang. Stolen by Jackson. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 2020. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top four. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Clarkson finds Conley. Passes it to Gobert. Clock at 4. In the corner, it's Clarkson. From outside, off the mark.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. And Utah with a change here, too. Moodier, he's checked in for Davis. Gobert, the pass to Conley. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. And the Pelicans making a change here. Okafor's checked in. New Orleans leading by 23. To the inside. Ball. And Ball slams it in.
How about the focus here from Ball on offense? Constantly looking for ways to score. Feels like he can get any shot he wants.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 11. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To stop the run. Got a hand on it. Now here's Jackson. Stolen by Michael Conley. 4 seconds left. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. There was no stopping Lonzo Ball in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
They have run their offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. Both ball and player movement have been excellent. And the result of all that movement, almost all high-quality shots they're generating. It's pretty to watch. Very good fundamental basketball.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Jazz were playing?
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, it would be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game from Lonzo Ball.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's Holiday. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Ball against Mitchell. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Two shots.
The first one falls. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Now, here's Mitchell. 5 on the clock. Gobert trying to get open. Conley gets the bucket.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset, stretches the floor, and creates space.
Conley against Ball. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts, being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
Now here's Favors. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. He gets that one.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Mitchell with it. 9 points in the game so far. And the layup's good off the glass. Mitchell's got 11.
Wow, gentlemen, the quick first step of Donovan Mitchell gets the advantage, and it's over.
Ingram with it. Conley picks him up. Ingram up top. He's got 6. Outside Favors. Holiday against Mitchell. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Ball no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And it's Ingram missing.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Yep, it counts. He has 7.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Check Holiday.
Mitchell against Holiday. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Ingram against Conley. Gobert with the block.
Well, this is the calling card of Rudy Gobert, a superb shot blocker. The wingspan is a thing of beauty. Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency, but players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices, and some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Ingram wide open, and again, New Orleans with the triple.
And Ingram is so graceful with the catch-and-shoot jumper. His lightning-quick release allows him to get off his shot in no time.
Now here's Conley. 9 points in the game so far, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so here is New Orleans. Pelicans leading by 23. Here's Ball. He's got 15. Holiday inside the line, and it's New Orleans scoring again. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Conley, the pass to Gobert.
Close out on Conley.
Conley against Ball. Outside Conley. Just 5 to shoot. They double-team Conley. Back to Mitchell. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley. And we can talk all we want about their passing. But from three-point range, these point guards have been filling it up for the past month. Lonzo Ball third.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooters.
You know, and having that element of long-range shooting ability makes them a tough puzzle for defenders to solve. You know, it's an invaluable asset for a point guard, and these players have it in a big-time way.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, Greg, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession. Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Love whenever Ingram rises for the jam, just flushing it home in the face of the opposition.
Guys, when you think about the Jazz, you are talking about an elite defensive unit. Rudy Gobert in the middle, the defensive player of the year, and the guys around him are committed to the scheme and outstanding individual defenders.
And the Jazz very disciplined at the defensive end.
Now, Kevin, you have a veteran squad with the anchor Rudy Gobert, one of the elite shot blockers in the entire league. And this is a group that's so important here. They defend without fouling.
Two.
That free throw good from Williamson. Helps teams if they can keep the rights to their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it.
Way to go!
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A moment here to see the numbers for Williamson. Averaging about 23 points per, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists.
And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch.
Take a break.
Someone
Take
the
a
other
break.
players look up to.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
See, I have so much appreciation for the way Rudy Gobert plays the game. This guy takes smart shots on the offensive end. He uses that reach to perfection on the defensive end. He is a defense unto himself.
New Orleans making a switch here. Hart's checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. New Orleans has gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Here's Holiday. Moodier with the rebound. And it's Moodier with the ball. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Doris, you look at Joe Ingles, he's quietly become one of the better small forwards in the NBA.
And he is the prototypical don't judge a book by its cover, because they call him slow-mo Joe or average Joe. But dig a little bit deeper. This guy is a quality playmaker and a knockdown shooter.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And one of those glue guys, Joe Ingles. Doris, talk about what he's brought to the table.
Oh, he brings so much to the table. Joe is an excellent shooter and passer. Mentally, he's got a great IQ. He's a leader, a communicator. And I'll say this to you, on the defensive end, they typically give him a very tough guard.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Pelicans. That one misses.
How about this guy? He comes into the league as an undrafted free agent, and Joe Ingles has more than proven his worth. The high IQ, the lights-out shooting from deep, so much to love about Ingles.
There's the pass to Gobert. Here's Clarkson. Great D that time from Reddick. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Sweet little floater. Hart's got 13 points.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision-making.
Clarkson passes to Gobert. Knocked loose. Here's Moodier, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, great possession there. Anytime you end up at the rim with a high percentage look, perfect.
Here's Hart. Ingles covering. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles.
One shot. One shot.
And that one misses.
Good rebound, Davis.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. First in shooting percentage, 7th in blocks, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. Here's Niang. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Gobert down low. He's against Okafor. Excellent D there from Okafor. And here's New Orleans now. They're on an 18-6 run. Got that bucket in no time at all. He's got 10.
The focus, the precision. Once Reddick gets any airspace to shoot the deep ball, he seizes on the opportunity.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 11. And Okafor with the block. Clarkson against Reddick. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now here's Moodier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Gobert dishes to Clarkson. That one doesn't drop. And New Orleans will come the other way.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Here's Niang. And here's Moodier. Niang kicks to Davis. Now, here's Clarkson. Tight defense on him, and it's blocked.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
And Davis sends it back, and they get it back. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. Here's Hart. Nailed from three-point land. Hart's got 7 points here in this quarter.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Now Clarkson, 11 points in the game. Pass to Niang, trying to end the drought. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
It's stolen by Moodier for the finish, and Moodier throws it down.
Well, the length, the quickness, the ability of Emmanuel Moodier to make himself a factor defensively. Nice.
Here's Hart. He's got 18. Pass to Redick. Back to Hart. 4 on the clock. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Niang. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Gobert finds Clarkson and uses both hands to jam it in.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy. It puts the pass on the money.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Hart, that's good.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Redick against Clarkson. From deep three-point range, and the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Okafor out there with Hayes. Then there's Jackson, and it's Hart in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Jackson finds Okafor. Jackson down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Hayes hits them both. A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin. Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Left side, Jackson. Passes to Hart. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Utah shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Now the pass to Williams-Goss. No good on the triple.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Hart. Outside for Jackson. Utah with the rebound. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Taken away by Hayes. Down low, and Hayes throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
The Pelicans have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Hart, guarded by Tucker. Here's Alexander Walker. Utah with the rebound. Niang's got his fourth rebound in this one. Tucker with the ball. Jackson on him. Now, here's Tucker. Shot clock at 6. Shoots it up. Drained for 2 points. Williams-Goss has got 4 this quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And, Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And now Utah, fast break. Bradley against Okafor. Second shot opportunity, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Dwarfs, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
So he comes up empty, missing both. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
So it's the Jazz now, following the score by New Orleans. Okafor grabs the miss. Left side Jackson. And it's Bradley with the rebound.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there. Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Jackson passes to Alexander Walker. It's deflected. Of course, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have two goals. Instead of one championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
Here's Williams-Goss. From deep. They grab their own miss.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
I think we have to check his sanity because there's a number of better options on the floor.
Now here's Moore. Outside Jackson. Takes a three. The rebound by the Jazz. Niang's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Outside Bradley. And Okafor with the block. Here's Alexander Walker. Kicks to Okafor. Pass to Alexander Walker. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Now here's Jackson. It's off his foot, and it's whistled a kick. Passes it to Alexander Walker. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you, and you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. Here's Alexander Walker, following the bucket by the Jazz. He's got a clear path. The finish. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor.
Now here's Jackson, and it's blocked by Bradley. Tucker with the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock with his first shot attempt. To the left wing. Here's Williams-Goss, guarded by Jackson. And Okafor with the block. And New Orleans pushing it up now.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
I think, Greg, this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Why do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not having to deal with anything other than grown men who have a desire for greatness in the NBA. And I think so much of it doesn't necessarily mean success or failure, whether you come from college or not. Success in the NBA is a multifaceted proposition. So I don't necessarily define it as, oh, this guy came from college, this guy came from the European leagues, this guy has been an NBA assistant. So many things go into it, Kev.
Now, here's Tucker. The three, and the Jazz, another three.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And here's Jackson, right wing. Here's Alexander Walker, and he can't answer back the three-pointer offline. Oni. Pelicans with the rebound. Okafor's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Jackson passes to Melly. Here's Alexander Walker. Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a four-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals.
True.
This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about four-peat.
Here's Williams-Goss. And he banks in the layup.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
New Orleans has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Moore dishes to Jackson. Here's the floater. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Two.
And the first one drops. Well, remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pelicans.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Zion Williamson.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
Jackson misses.
And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Stolen. To the paint. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now Okafor. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.